One of the most overlooked forms of transportation in New York City is the NYC Ferry. For the price of $2.75, you can get a cruise that would normally cost $30 or $50. Hi, I'm Thea, and I'm going to give you a comprehensive guide to the NYC Ferry. In this video, we're going to talk about the route, cost, ticketing, schedule, and most importantly, the things to do. So let's talk ferry. I remember the first time I took a ferry. It was St. Patty's Day, and I was having lunch with some friends in Astoria. And we were going to be meeting up with another group of people in Fide. A trip like that would normally take about an hour-ish on the subway, but then that was the day I was introduced to the ferry. So the ferry took us about 30 to 40 minutes, which don't really save that much time if you're talking New York hours, but that was the most chill ride I've ever taken while traversing the city. There was a kiosk that sold snacks and beverages, so we just popped open a beer and enjoyed the New York view. But these days the kiosk has been closed, but it's still a pretty worthwhile little New York adventure. Since March, the NYC Ferry has reduced lines, but its routes are still pretty comprehensive. Currently, the NYC Ferry has 6 lines. There's a Governor's Island line in the summer, but I will talk about that in another video. The Wall Street area is a very popular hub for both the subway and the ferry. For this reason, in the summer, the popular thing to do is take the ferry all the way to the Rockaways and enjoy the beach. But saying it's popular is an extreme understatement. Even now, in 2020, about a month ago, I was in the Wall Street area, and it was about 2 p.m. on a Friday, still a work day, and the line was so long I could not see the end of it. So I do not recommend taking the Roosevelt Island trip. So back to the map. These are all the drop-off points. They are also marked on Google Maps either by this symbol or this symbol. When getting on the ferry, make sure the sign at the top is the last stop of the direction you are taking. For example, if you are in Astoria and you want to go to 34th Street, the last stop on this line is Wall Street. So the ferry you want to get on will have a sign looking like this. I had to include this part because in the past I took the ferry in the wrong direction and a 10-minute trip had become an hour-and-a-half long journey. If you've ever taken public transportation in the wrong direction, comment down below. I would love to hear about it. What was worse is that I had to buy another ticket to go back the right direction. Unlike the subway, as long as you stay inside the subway system in New York, you can ride to your heart's content. But when you ride the ferry, your ticket lasts for about 90 minutes, so you can still transfer if your ticket time isn't up yet. But if it is, which happened to me, you'd have to buy another ticket. The cost of riding a ferry is the same as one-way ride on the subway, $2.75. You can purchase a ticket via the app or at the station. I recommend using the app. It's actually very helpful and the UI is pretty friendly. It's touch-free. Your ticket can last for a year as long as you don't activate it, and if you're traveling with family, you can activate 4 tickets in one QR code. It's very annoying when you have everybody's ticket on your device and you have to keep swiping it when you're about to enter. Since this new update, they've streamlined the ferry app. These days, the ferries are running at a reduced schedule. Back in March, I would wait for a ferry every 10 minutes. Nowadays, it's like 30 to 40 minutes depending on the time of day or the day of the week, which isn't so bad if you plan around it. So this is another reason to use the app. While there's a timetable to view the schedule, you have to remember, this is New York City. Most things are never on schedule. But I find the app is pretty accurate, so I recommend using it when you're on a schedule. So let's talk about what you can see along this route. Some, but not all included, are That's it for my video. If there's anything that you would like me to cover or discuss about New York City, comment down below. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and stay tuned for more videos.